It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is three professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm one of your hosts, Josh, a co-host actually. What were you going to say? That's enough. It's Caleb, and he's going to say something probably. He's one of the co-hosts too. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, wow, I'm glad that we are on the same level now.
Oh, well, I always try to put us on the same level. I'm not. Somebody has to start the podcast.
Yeah.
Listen, I wish it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I know you wish it wasn't me.
I'm glad it's you.
Oh, that's very kind. I didn't expect it, to be honest. And I know he's got something smart. He's got a glimmer in his eye. It's the other co-host. It's Gabe.
Hi.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something kind of evil.
I just enjoyed.
He's got kind of an evil kind of expression.
He's sitting over there.
I feel like it's pretty good-natured smile on my face right now.
No, there's some
Right
malevolence in there.
Well, sure. Fallen man.
It's about 20% malevolent, I'd say. with a dash of malice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Malice in Wonderland.
Ooh, that's good.
Would that be a cool
yeah.
punk album?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's it's like, what's her name? Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But she's Alice.
Yeah.
And she meets the Matter Hatter.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
he's even
he's
crazier.
Even
more loco.
Can you imagine if that guy was crazy?
He was even more
He
insane.
was even more
You
insane.
wouldn't have thought that there was a limit on his madness
Yeah.
previously, but now you're going to see how much it pales in
He's
comparison.
like, how is a raven like a writing desk? That's crazy.
I mean, I would say not at all.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's made of matter.
Right.
You know,
Matter Hatter.
Speaking of matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
This week we've got a great question from. Did we have a Justin question last week?
I hope so.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And we've got another one this week. Justin's a great guy. He doesn't have any notable attributes
No.
that we
I
like to
think
bring
we've
up.
gone over a couple of
How
them.
have we? Okay,
Yeah.
did I must have forgotten.
He's quite diminutive in stature. He can fly.
Oh, right.
He's absolutely insane.
He lies.
He might be the Matter Hatter.
He
Yeah.
is the Matter Hatter, and he
It's true.
is a liar.
Yeah.
So let's listen to his beautiful lies.
Hey guys, I was driving recklessly and I flipped my car and something hit me as I'm hanging upside down in my car. Because I have my seatbelt on, so I'm hanging upside down in my car. And I had this epiphany that there's these life-changing moments, or they should be life-changing in my life, like hanging upside down in your car. But they don't feel life-changing. And I don't know if it's just because I've seen too many movies or heard too many testimonies where people are like, after I crawled out of the fire that I thought would kill me, I was changed forever. I was a new man. And or like I've had a relative die, and when something like that actually happens, it's just reality, and there isn't music playing. It isn't this big moment. I don't become Justin 2.0 from these situations that I thought would be life-changing. So my question to you guys is, do you guys have a favorite wheel? Yeah, dang it. Do you guys have a favorite wheelchair? A wheelchair brand?
Oh,
It's great.
it's very good.
Really like
I
that.
think he's taken some cues from Joy's question style.
Okay.
And I really like it. I like this change.
The garden path sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Sort of wandering, meandering
Yep.
thing that
It's
lands.
related.
It's
The question's related.
Yep.
Apparently, Justin might have sustained debilitating injuries in the crowd. It sounds like we might be listening to him hanging upside. Like this
Sure.
might be the
Almost.
moment in which
Yeah.
he's hanging upside down.
Almost.
Yeah.
The traffic is passing him by. We can hear it going by.
Yeah, he's just having a
Yeah.
A moment sitting there hanging upside down in the car.
Having an epiphany.
An epiphany.
Which I was like, that's an epiphany that it happens to the side.
Just off. Yeah.
Just you can just barely see it.
Barely see the
You
epiphany.
might miss it.
It's not right center,
Which is his
vision.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you can miss these. You
Mm-hmm.
don't always get a cue.
They're not always
these are the
as
big
identifiable as you would maybe
Not always
suspect.
front and center.
Yeah, definitely.
Might be slightly to the side. Do you think that's true? Do you think that it's that you can experience something big like that? Do you guys have any? Has that ever happened to you? Something big, and you're like, this is going to be the moment when everything changes. I mean, I feel like this happens
Oh,
to
yeah.
me
It's like a weekly basis.
on a pretty
Yeah.
regular basis.
Yeah.
I've like on a weekly basis, some person close to me dies, and I don't learn anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost every week.
Just about.
Yeah. No, I have that with pants
Mm-hmm.
where I feel like once I finally get, I'll like order a pair of pants or I'll stumble on a pair of pants at a thrift store
Yep.
because I do both.
Yeah. And because they leave them strewn around.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
I'm all caught up in
At
these.
the
They're
bins.
basically almost all the way on
Yeah.
after I'm done tripping over them.
Well, these fit
But I'll put them on and be like, whoa, okay, these fit just
This is
right.
right.
This is exactly what I want. Nice high rise,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Life's gonna be different now,
You're right.
and then it
it's
mostly is just the same.
same.
And
You
then
wear
I
'em
wear
in.
through the pants
Yeah.
after 6 months.
We're steadily through the pants.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm gonna have to retire a recent favorite, but I just liked them too much, and now I'm wearing through them like real fast. So
Yeah.
I'm struggling with that right now.
Yeah. I will. I mean, I'll pray.
Yeah, please.
I'll pray for. I'll keep
Please.
that in my prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gabe's
Yeah.
pants.
I know that I had just recently asked you guys to thank God on my behalf for these pants.
Yeah.
But if you could transition those prayers into like ones of sustaining
Right.
the stitching, particularly.
Oh, I
in
was
the
going to
thigh.
pray that you would have a resilient faith that doesn't lose hope in God because the pants fail
Well,
you.
that is certainly a concern.
Because the pants will fail you eventually.
But
But
I'm
it's a hard lesson.
Yeah.
just asking God to give me a little,
A little
more,
bit more
time
time.
with the pants.
Yeah. God, if you take these pants away from Gabe, his hope will be dashed
It's true.
now. But
feel
let him
like-
have a little bit more time with these pants, God, and he will always stand by
Yeah.
you, God.
Yes. God, if you could just find it in your your mysterious ways
Mm-hmm.
to please stitch up Gabe's
Like
pants.
the
Just add a
the
little bit-
Israelites in the wilderness, Lord, let not these pants
The way-
wear away.
the way that
Mm-hmm.
you know on the Sabbath they didn't have to collect manna because the manna
yeah,
would last an extra day.
Right.
Mhm.
That's all we're asking for.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think the fact that the Israelites' shoes didn't wear out,
Yes.
and clothes didn't wear out, I think that's more applicable.
Well, that's
than
good
what
too.
you
That's
said.
good.
Okay,
That's good
sure.
too.
It's actually
It's
exactly
like
right.
clothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't wear pants. If
Yeah.
the Israelites did wear pants, what are they wearing?
Were they wearing pants? No, they weren't.
They
wearing,
weren't, but
Probably
they
not.
were not wearing.
But
pants.
if they did wear
They were
pants,
wearing-
what brand?
Levi's.
Oh, I mean,
Definitely
definitely.
Levi's. Yeah, you're right.
And I
They're
think the Levites would
Yeah.
have been
Yeah.
the main ones.
Yeah.
Making them probably Levites.
Levites. Levites Strauss.
The we've covered the whole pants part of the question. Is there anything else? Well, one thing I wanted to comment on is the way that Justin improved his audio quality significantly.
Oh,
Last week it
yeah.
was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this week it sounds good.
But at what cost?
At what cost?
Mm.
Yeah, was that part of the whole the thing that made him crash?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reckless
Put it at
driving.
bed.
And I love his ability to just immediately admit,
Yes.
I'm driving recklessly. So
Yeah.
I flipped
I
my
was-
car. Like just-
maybe he went
Sure.
out in order to do that.
Yeah.
Like he seems to have left the house thinking, I'm going to go drive for honey, I'm on my way to drive
recklessly. Yeah.
Want to come? No? Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
more
kind of
for
funny.
me.
You can really only drive recklessly. Like we don't
That's not
walk,
true.
Walk
recklessly or
see-
sit recklessly.
Yesterday,
or
I saw children after church
could play.
sprinting past elderly folks
Yeah.
recklessly,
Yeah.
absolutely without care or concern
Yeah.
But we don't
for
say
others.
It's true that it does driving recklessly. Reckless driving is a trope.
It's a common pairing.
Yeah.
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 that. Yes, like cheese and wine.
Yes. Which one's reckless?
Yeah.
Wine.
Wine.
Yeah.
Wine.
Cheese is driving.
Cheese is a designated driver.
Cheese. You just need cheese to get from one
Yep.
place to another.
That's true. It's true.
Cheese
But
is
but with
doing all the
wine, you
driving.
can do it in style.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You'll have a certain style for sure.
One thing that I wanted to get ahead of is I did want to make sure that I did a poem this week. I think I don't know if Gabe
I have one.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know that sometimes it seems like it's not really like a practice for you. It seems like something you kind of, dip in and out of. Whereas
Yeah.
for me, it's something I do all the time. My
Yeah.
life is poetry. I do it every day.
I could certainly spend more time on it. That's for sure.
I don't think I've been over and over this one that
Okay.
I'm about to read here. I'm really glad to share it with you. It's not really related to anything about Justin's question.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Okay,
Interesting.
because this
All your
is it's
practice
more about
hasn't-
like realizing something and making a change and
Okay.
really sticking with
Mine's
it.
kind of about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the poem. Now I'm the kind of guy who says narrative instead of story. I understand that narrative is the same thing as story, but when I say narrative, all of a sudden my glasses get thicker and my brain gets thicker too. My brain is usually about the consistency of a milkshake. But pretty soon after I say narrative instead of story, it's peanut butter thick, hard to stir. And my children have learned that they won't get a whooping if they remember to ask for a bedtime narrative.
So, does the oil separate after it becomes peanut butter?
Yeah, well,
It's
that's
that
part of
natural
the
peanut butter.
That's what makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very top of the brain.
Yeah.
It's
Very
just
oily.
Oily.
really oily, kind of translucent, but pretty murky.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Chunky?
chunky. There's lots of little chunks that have to be stirred in. That's when I'm waking up. When I get up out of bed, that's
Stir it
the
up.
way that it feels. Got to get the chunks stirred in.
Steer it up.
Yeah.
Little darling.
Little darling. Stir it up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it is. I feel like narrative is useful in a lot of different ways that just using the word story isn't.
Really?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
think-
I think narrative imparts that there's like maybe some sort of there's something controlling it. There's something writing. There's an
As opposed to a
entity.
story which is unwritten and out of
this
control.
this is what I mean is that it feels like there's a structure that's imparted to it by something else, whereas a story can be it's a little looser. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'd say that's a denote or connotation that has been added to narrative more
Yeah.
recently
Yeah,
because of the way it's been used.
certainly.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
we use narrative sometimes to describe like a news story or something like that. Whereas a story, like I said, news story,
You
but
did.
but
You
it
did.
seems
So it feels
weird.
really.
Yeah,
It seems weird to call it a story because story frequently in my head does not imply like truth. Like it could his stories, you like a story.
Yeah.
It's like could be fictional. Narrative for some this is
Well-
not a true distinction between the two. It's just something in my head, which is
Yeah.
narrative seems to have some kind of like there's truth.
and is your
in
head
it,
more like
or-
a milkshake or a peanut butter?
my head
Yeah,
is a smoothie.
it's a smoothie.
Yeah, and it's been made
It's been
in
used.
it's been used.
It's Caleb's head is a used
It's
smoothie.
a used smoothie that's been made in a what are those?
Magic Bullet,
No,
Ninja?
even
NutriBullet.
Vitamix.
Vitamix.
Yeah.
A Vitamix
Yeah.
blender, so it can blend up everything, like the seeds even
Yeah.
are
It's just perfectly
it's perfectly
incorporated.
smooth.
But it
Yeah.
has been
But it does
used.
have seeds and it's been used.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's what
No,
comes
no.
out
I-
after
yeah,
you
yeah,
eat a
yeah.
Sure.
smoothie.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah, yeah.
bad.
We don't like talking
We're
about
just talking
that
about
kind of thing.
it's half full.
Right.
There's a straw sitting in it with
Well,
There's
some
some
of the-
residue.
And
You
on
can
the-
see where the
Yeah, that's
smoothie
good.
was.
And on the top, it's once again it's separated a little bit, and at the top it's kind of gotten a little bit of like a film or crust.
yeah,
yeah.
you would be able to pick it off,
Yeah.
and it
Okay.
would be look like a large kind of coin.
You would
made
want-
out of
yeah.
smoothie,
You would want to mix the top back in, I
Right.
like
think.
fruit leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Or
Gabe,
ranch
I
leather.
was gonna say, Gabe, what is your favorite?
Mine's ranch. my brain's
Ah,
ranch.
yes.
No, I mean it's probably just brain stuff, just normal gray and
Yeah.
some you know,
Spaghetti,
yeah, brain
Worms?
spaghetti.
worm spaghetti.
Yeah. Worm, yeah.
You have RFK's worm in your brain.
Yeah, that's right. I get weekends with the worm. Because it's a professional thing for him. For me, it's more of a recreational deal.
Yeah, just to have the worm,
Just
is sort
on the
of like a
weekends.
fun
Just
pastime.
on the weekends.
Gabe, you can have the worm this week.
But I
Thanks.
want it back for Christmas.
Thanks,
I wanted
Bobby.
the worm on Christmas.
I got him special pajamas.
You can have him throughout Advent, but I want him on Christmas Day.
Don't forget to fill his boot with chocolate coins on St. Nicholas Day.
You can have him again on Epiphany. He'll be with me all 12 days of Christmas.
Worm just had one boot.
Yeah,
Like Lily.
Like
well,
Lily.
we do. That is no, but that's not different. That's not different
From
for everyone. Just has one stocking.
I know, but on
Boot.
St. Nicholas Day, you put the boot outside. You put the boots outside of the
Mhm.
house, and then St. Nicholas comes and puts
Oh,
chocolate
yeah, I guess
coins and
that's
like an
true.
orange
Yeah.
candy cane in there for the kid.
Okay.
Or your
Well,
worm.
okay, that's good. We have
That's good.
so I'm glad
Uh,
we've covered the pants part of the question.
And the worm
Worm.
custody
Yes,
issue.
part of the question. That's good. I want to really get into the thick of it here, and talk about the actual wheelchair question.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does
And
seem like
but
someone.
before we do that, can I read my poem real quick? It's going
Absolutely.
to be real quick.
Oh.
This one's similar to sorry to do
Yeah.
that, Josh.
No,
I
no,
meant
no,
to bring
no.
it up right after yours so there could be a really good comparison.
No, I
of
think it's
the
good. I
quality.
think this is a lot of people don't talk about it, but in a podcast,
Yeah.
giving a little tease of like this is where
Sure.
we're headed.
Yeah.
Mm.
But let's.
Yes.
This
the
is a way of,
narrative
yeah.
of the podcast.
So
the storyline of the
Hey,
poem.
okay. And this one is similarly just about realizing something and trying to make a change or a change as a result. This one's called Rick's Last Day as an Atheist. Rick asked for a corn dog. Regular? Corn Dogman asked. Rick's eyes narrowed and his head hesitantly nodded. He hadn't heard about irregular corn dogs before. His eyes darted back to the placard that read, Regular corn dog, 99 cents. But this time, next to it, he noticed, Jalapeno cheese corn dog, 99 cents. Rick's eyes widened as he reached for his wallet. Need anything else? Said Corn Dog Man. Just a second, Rick replied, wallet opening. Between two singles, he found a wrinkled coupon. 2 free corn dogs at Hot Bar. So, just
Wow.
an epiphany.
A definite epiphany. So, and I just want to make
Do you
sure
think
I have
it's
this,
definite?
a definite epiphany. Because he I think an epiphany is when you suddenly realize something.
Yeah,
And he suddenly realized that he had a coupon for 2
Yeah.
free corn dogs.
it's true. And then that begat another
Begat.
epiphany, which is
Begat.
that God is real and God loves you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Because-
epiphanies beget other epiphanies
Yeah.
sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah, because he would if it had just been regular corn dogs, he wouldn't get 2.
right.
Mm.
Yeah, he was just gonna save the dollar for something else,
Something else.
maybe
yeah.
a soda.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to ask Rick.
But then once he saw it was jalapeno
Jalapeno cheese.
and
You
a
know,
regular
he
one.
still wanted that regular.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
wanted the
He
regular.
wants the
You want
regular.
to have both so you can compare.
It's
'em.
like going to a pizza shop,
Like
getting
these
a slice of
poems.
cheese, a slice of pepperoni.
Like these poems.
Yeah.
Compare these poems.
Yeah.
Which is the jalapeno? Which is the regular?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you? Well, you're the only impartial party.
Yes.
So which do you think it is?
Well, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think they're both jalapeno cheese.
Oh wow!
Okay,
'Cause they're
I'm
great.
so glad that
Nothing
we
regular about the.
got a
Nothing
double dose of
regular about
honesty on
these.
that too.
Yeah, nothing regular about these. I don't have a balm,
Oh,
but I'll repeat one, and that'll be the regular hot
Yeah.
dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
My little horse may think me queer.
must.
Has to.
Well,
Simply
may. I
must.
said it may.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
You,
have
you
to.
allow it to.
He
Yeah.
may.
He can.
And look, it makes sense because of how I'm dressed.
You come out. You've got it. You've certainly got a. I would say a feather boa.
Oh yeah.
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 Sequins are making an appearance.
Oh yeah. Sequins, a boa.
And the horse looks at you a little bit unsure,
Yeah.
and then you kind of give it like, "Go ahead."
It's fine.
Go ahead, think me queer.
You
Go
may.
ahead, think me queer.
You may.
Yeah. Well, I liked it. I mean, I
Thanks.
like when an atheist starts
Yeah.
to believe in God.
Yeah.
Starts on that journey.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's good.
And if it's through hot dogs or corn dogs,
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah. It's those
And there's hot
mysterious
dogs in
ways.
there.
That's. I wonder how many conversions there really have been where the straw that broke the camel's
Yeah.
back was corn dog shaped.
I would have assumed most of the time people are losing faith in God at the hot bar in a
Yeah.
grocery store.
Right,
That's
right.
probably the
Yeah.
more
More
common
common.
occurrence.
It does
Yeah.
seem
But-
uncommon.
I know that in
was-
in some of my lowest times
Yeah.
that's where I'm standing.
I was honestly hoping it said regular hot dog and then it just said irregular.
Right. Right.
I was thinking it
I
might.
was
Yeah.
hoping.
Yeah.
I know I kind of set it up with that, but
Yeah.
it is the irregular hot dog.
Yeah,
The
Definitely.
jalapeno cheese one.
Yeah.
It's irregular. Wouldn't recommend it.
Really?
No, just stick
It's
with
not
a
that
regular
good.
hot
Okay.
corn dog.
All right.
Say, I mean, it sounds great.
You guys tried those sausage corn dogs? It's a sausage with pancake around.
Oh, I've had those
I
before.
used to eat those.
Yeah.
I used to make myself like probably 3 of those before I would get up at 3:45 in the morning, drink a pot of coffee,
Just getting ready
and
for your
then
day.
this is absolutely true that I would go to my job working at a dairy. I had to be there at 5:00 or 4:30 rather, and so I would just be full of sausage covered
I remember.
in-
high fructose
and-
corn syrup.
and,
Yeah.
and
Dip it in
pancake and-
syrup and eat it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. RFK would not like it. But
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. And that I would also have a glass of canola oil.
true.
Just
And that's part of why the brainworm likes to hang out at my place.
Yeah.
Because I let him have
you
seed
let him have
oils.
whatever he wants.
That's right.
He's not getting crappy molasses or maple sugar candy like he gets at
No,
RFK.
exactly.
He
Yeah.
wants to be with you on Christmas, but too bad for
Yeah.
him.
No, he
Just on St. Nicholas Day
Yeah.
and throughout Advent.
not a huge fan of the carob advent calendar that RFK got for him.
like I said before, I think it would be great if we could actually deal with the wheelchair part. of the
Okay.
question.
Yeah, we
Smart.
should.
Just
the real
before we're
question
done.
part.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just right before.
Just
we're
right
done.
before we're done, I think it would be good to just
Yeah.
touch on it at
Yeah.
least. You guys, I like to just sometimes remember my favorite wheelchair brands. I have something of a list, but I'd love to hear the ones that you guys
Okay.
kind of are on, like in no particular order. Maybe just like we could throw up a list of like top 5,
Yeah.
of our favorite wheelchair brands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe?
I mean, I think there's one called Rascal, but that might
Yeah.
be more like a mobility scooter.
And let's
thing.
define what that difference is
Yeah.
there.
It is a chair with wheels, but it has, I think it has 4, and it's more like what you see in a grocery store for these atheists rolling around. I don't know.
Yeah, Rascal. Okay. That's your number one?
Well, no, it's just in no particular order.
Oh,
okay.
Just like our favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say Toyota.
Toyota. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Toyota brand.
Well, in that
Wheelchair.
case,
Yeah.
I'd pick Lexus because it's more of a
Okay.
luxury. It's got a heated seat.
Yeah,
It's
that's
got
good
the
Leather
I-
interior.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
say just because Toyota has a great record, they make all kinds of different cars that are great.
Yeah,
I mean wheelchairs.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you think about it, it is.
It's kind of a
the
wheelchair.
way I use a car
Right.
is like a wheelchair,
Mhm.
just to get somewhere really fast.
Right.
Right.
And
Like you're an atheist.
sure,
I'm
there's
like,
a couch.
could
in
I
there, too.
walk?
It's a wheel couch
Yeah.
too, and a wheel love seat, and
It's
a
a
wheel.
wheel.
But there's 2 wheel chairs too, because there's just chairs. I'm just sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
There's a couch in the back,
Yeah.
but I'm sitting in a
That's
chair.
I complain like whenever I'm driving I have a Ford wheelchair.
Yeah.
a Ford Suburban wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I drive it up to, I'm trying to get it up the wheelchair accessibility ramp.
yeah.
I'm like, who is this
They
for?
don't
Right.
like this.
Right. Which
Yeah.
wheelchairs does
Which
this
wheelchair?
one fit?
Oh yeah.
One of
And
those
you-
smart wheelchairs.
Right.
That would fit up there, but
If
not,
I was using the wheelchair that would let me access this place, I wouldn't even be able to be here at this time.
Right.
It would have taken me so,
So long
long
to
to get
get
here.
here. Yeah.
So much honking behind me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'd say for me it's Toyota,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
it goes Honda,
Yeah.
and then
So
I
for you,
can't
it's all
use
Japanese.
Lexus.
you can say
I
Lexus
think they
if
make
you
some
want.
of the best
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
wheelchairs.
Cheers.
Yeah.
And another thing. So that's pretty good. It wasn't quite 5, but
Yeah. It was. It was.
We
a
could
number.
get there if we wanted to wait a little
Yeah, yeah,
bit,
we
but
could- we
it's
could work
not
on it.
worth it.
no. The one thing I was thinking is, how do you think you guys
Is it going to
might-
be funny to say BMW wheelchair?
Sure.
No.
No, they're definitely not like a Rolls Royce.
Right. That's
Wheelchair.
right in there. I mean,
No.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would. That's definitely what I would love to be using. is
Yeah.
a Rolls Royce wheelchair.
A
Model
bent knee.
A bent knee. Yes.
Your
A
knees are all
Model
bent
T
up.
wheelchair.
you got a bent. Because you got a, bent up knee.
Yeah, because when you're driving.
Yeah, you crashed
Yeah.
and then your knees
Oh.
got all bent up and
That is one thing I wanted to ask: is in this scenario, how do you guys think you would end up in a wheelchair?
yeah.
I can give mine. In my situation, I think I accidentally made Hillary Clinton angry. She tried to kill me too.
Oh.
And that's 'cause-
Hashtag me too.
What's that?
Hashtag me
Hashtag
too.
me too. Hashtag.
Let's get some.
I'm
some-
with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I accidentally made her mad. That's because I had a viral tweet about her husband Bill and her and their relationship.
Yeah.
And it
What was the tweet?
It was let me think. It was Bill Clinton commits adultery against his wife because she looks like a marionette, and I think that's true. I do
Wow.
think she looks like a marionette,
Okay,
like
yeah.
a puppet.
Yeah.
Don't you think she kind of looks like a
I
puppet?
see that.
Rosy cheeks.
That's funny because she's kind of the puppet master.
Mistress,
It's
but yeah.
it's
Mistress,
it's
yeah.
ironic. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the female puppet master.
Yes. Wait, we didn't hear your list of wheelchair brands.
Oh, I do have one. The way this isn't my list. This is just one.
Okay.
That I think is the best. That I think it would be the best because you got to. How are you going to find the best wheelchair? Doing this research can be really
Yeah,
difficult.
right.
Yeah.
Because ratings like on websites, that's hard. You know that those can be gamed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you kind of need to. I think you always want to find like a source,
Yeah.
like somebody who's like knowledgeable. So what I think is the brand that all these Palestinian kids are using. I think is that whatever that is because it's got to be fast
Yeah. And durable.
and very durable.
Yep.
Because of some of the things that seem to be going on.
Yeah. Seem to.
Yeah.
Okay.
For them.
Skeptical about what's going on.
I would say
I would say so to me that's like what are they using? You've got to find the brand that they're using. That has to be
The brand.
the best.
Yeah.
A fast, durable wheelchair
Mm-hmm.
to when the message comes in,
Yeah.
there's incoming missiles.
Right.
In this part, you got to get to the
That-
other part
That other part where there's no missiles.
where there's less missiles.
less. Yeah. I guess that's
Yeah.
accurate.
So I did look into it a little bit. It's called a sand jackal. So that's mine.
That's good.
I mean, how does it handle pavement? Like, you know,
It falls apart on pavement.
you know,
it can
it's-
work reliably on sand, but as soon
It
as it
seems
gets on
like in
pavement,
that
it doesn't
situation,
work.
you might want like you know, like tank treads.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that sort of.
That is
sort of
kind
deal.
of that is the basic model
Okay.
for how
Okay.
it works.
And honestly, get the kid out of there and put a robot on there with a machine gun.
Well, I mean, it actually, in that case, it completely depends on what your goals are.
What your goals are? If you are a child who wants to escape,
my favorite wheelchair would be sort of
Yeah.
robot
a
with
droid,
treads
a
Yeah.
droid with
that
treads.
can shoot
And you
so many
and there's
bullets.
a string on the back. You pull it, and it says "From the river to the sea." And,
Right,
you know,
right.
you're like, okay, this guy knows what's up.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be a good
Yeah.
wheelchair in that situation. But also Hot Wheels brand wheelchair would be good.
That's what you would do. Hot Wheels brand.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a Hot
With
Wheels
flames on it, and it's got like a big.
There's
engine
flames on
thing,
the
like
there's an
chrome,
engine.
like die-cast chrome engine thing
Mhm.
sticking out of the back.
The spoiler.
Yeah, a big spoiler.
Oh,
Maybe like
yeah.
a Mad Max style wheelchair.
That's a great idea. The
Something
black
like
on black wheelchair.
Yeah,
That's great.
and I've thought before, you know, in a wheelchair, you know, for self-defense, you are a little bit more vulnerable.
Right.
But you know, you put some of those chariot wheel blades
yeah.
on there.
Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Ben-Hur that wheelchair.
Give other people a little taste of what you're dealing with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in a wheelchair, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. If you get in a wheelchair, put those wheels on, and then, but before you do that, invest in that wheelchair company,
Yes.
because you're going to be over there slicing people's legs off, and
Yep. And
Everyone's going to
that's-
need a
that's
sand
going to
jackal.
increase. They're going to be like, "Hey, I don't appreciate what you did, but where'd you get that wheelchair?"
Yeah, that's got to be a good wheelchair.
Yeah.
Right. I do not appreciate that you cut off both of my legs,
Yeah.
but I'll let it slide if you tell me where you got that
Yeah.
wheelchair.
Oh, and I'm going to be sliding.
Yeah.
So and so your Hot Wheels, Gabe. What was that? That was like a Ben-Hur brand.
Yeah, we'll call it the Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Hurt.
Yeah.
How else do you get there?
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's good.
sure.
It's
Ben-Hur.
perfect.
Ben-Hurt. Yeah.
Ben-Hurt.
But yeah, have fun in the wheelchair, Justin.
Justin, anything else that we might like little words of wisdom that we might pass on to Justin?
I mean, it's a little troubling that, as we were talking about earlier, he was
Yeah.
in a big wheelchair, wrecked it, drove recklessly.
Yeah.
You know, is a wheelchair really the best option?
That's just a good idea. Justin, please, now you're going to be driving apparently
time.
all over the place.
Yeah.
And if you get that wild hair to drive your wheelchair recklessly, our advice would be don't
You're
do
right.
that.
Don't do it.
Because if you roll, you're snapping your neck. You're
Yeah.
not going to roll onto the top of
Is
it.
there a seat belt in a wheelchair?
Does he have sort of a roll
cage.
cage?
There
that
should be
that
one.
could be worth looking into. That's maybe even an aftermarket thing.
Yeah.
Like you probably don't have to buy a specific.
You could get the
Totally-
blades,
Yeah.
get the roll cage.
This totally sounds like a Mad Max thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have treads,
Treads.
Mm-hmm.
a roll cage,
Yeah.
a man inside of it.
Blades.
We're going to keep the man inside
Yeah.
of it. I'm deciding.
Okay.
Earlier I said get rid of the guy
Right.
or the boy or
But-
whatever's in
But
there.
next to him,
Next to him,
Mm-hmm.
Josh,
well, there's a robot.
There's a robot.
that's
Okay.
equipped with a machine
equipped
gun.
with a machine gun and the roll cage, and it aims out of it.
Yeah.
And these guys just kind of zoom around the
Yeah.
desert.
Right.
Yeah.
And Mad Max. That's a Mad Max.
It's a real Mad Max scenario.
Would nothing.
I was just going to say,
Thank you.
all I was going to say was, I know that that's not exactly, we weren't tasked with creating the ideal wheelchair, but that's just kind of a bonus that we
Yeah.
threw in here.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening. This has been Advanced Answering Techniques. If you'd like us to treat your questions this way, you can send them to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. We're looking for an audio file of about a minute in length, typically. This was a little longer, But guess what? I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
We'll let it slide.
And Justin's last one was pretty short too, so on balance, I feel like
We'll
he's
let it
doing okay.
roll.
I mean, yeah, when you open up with "I was driving recklessly," that's you're you strap in for a good time at that point.
I like how the way these questions are asked mirror sort of how we answer them.
Yeah,
It really does.
it's true.
Bye.
Bye.